All right. Jack, you here? Okay. A little bit about these runners. Both are doing fairly well in qualifiers, getting, I think, Fear Agent's low score right now of 2 is like an 89, Humbug with a 90. So, two runners that are looking to do well and looking to get nice scores here. Both very good runners. Fear Agent, well known for being part of the league admin team, and we got 2 items right off the bat. Fear Agent finding flippers, Humbug finding a bow. It's like Fear Agent gonna do the uncle route. We have Pendant Eastern and 2 regular crystals in the light world. All right, let's see what Uncle has for us today. We've seen a lot of people do this early. I think this may be part of a qual strategy. You don't normally see a lot of early Uncle in a regular open seed, although this is not quite regular open, but the hard mode changes. I don't think those are the reasons. He does find bombs, which is actually pretty nice here. You won't have to search for bombs like Humbug's doing right now. And it looks like just rupees on Lumberjack, so not going to see an Aga kill, at least not for an item. Might see it for Dark World Axis, says yet to see. I don't think we've even had an Aga seed yet in this tournament, interestingly enough. Now, let's see if Fear Agent even goes and does the stuff up north here, because, he's got 3 bombs, so he doesn't really need to chest the tree poles and such. And a Moon Pearl in the Lost Woods. Nice early find we don't have to worry about. And bombs in the drop down, so, a lot of bombs available so far, which is nice. Always nice to walk into Kakariko without bombs, or with bombs. And, tree pole is bombs as well, so... Humbug, full up with 9. Fear Agent gonna go in with 6. Gets a different tree pull. I'm not sure which tree pull who got. Fear Agent probably had the tier 2 or 3 and got some rupees out of it.
All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you doing?
Oh, geez, sorry about that. My computer decided to crash as soon as I turned on the stream. So,
wow.
We're back
nice.
though. We're here. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think all you really missed was a bow and a flipper. So I think now we're gonna get to see a lot of items. There's the first of many, many, many heart pieces. I think there are 48 in the pool for this to still allow the runners to get up to a full 20 heart containers. I don't think we're going to ever see 20 heart containers this tournament, but it would be funny if it did happen.
Oh, you never know. I remember I hit 16 or 17 the other day in my own race. Gets close. There's still also the 4 boss heart containers. Well, yep. I think one of them's Sanctuary.
Yeah, but... I think Sank and 3 more. Now, the one interesting aspect about those heart pieces is you can get some opportune refills, or more often get opportune refills when you pick up that 4th heart piece. And we get a shield in the well, which I think we're capped at Fighter Shield. I like to joke that I think they should be forced to use Mirror Shield just because nobody likes it. But yeah, it does make things easier in certain situations. So
it's easier. It makes it easier for just Laser Bridge, and then that's it.
Well, I like having at least Red Shield for blind, but yeah, I know there's not that many places.
Now, have we had a chance to talk about? Well, there's the cape. We saw that already, though. Have we had a chance to talk about what the mode is for this tournament, at least for the qualifiers?
Just a little bit, not a whole lot. We talked about the heart pieces. Talked about that it was hard item pool. It's not the normal hard item pool, and not the one they used last year, and it's different than the SG Live. So it's like the 3rd different hard item pool we're seeing.
Yeah. So, for the people who are asking in chat, think of this as like it's hard mode open, but with just some minor tweaks. Like there's only the one bottle. There's the many heart pieces that are kind of spread out.
Yep.
Those are like the most unique portions of this compared to other ones. But and then the heart decanter, and then non-progressive bow and silvers.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I like non-progressive bows I like that better in general. I don't think that's really a hard mode thing, other than maybe the bow is in a really bad spot, but like that can just happen. The cap at no, you want that, humbug.
Oh, hello.
The cap at Tempered Sword is a little more significant. It was a little unfortunate there was a qualifier where a bunch of people got their tempered on purple chest, but then it was just free in Turtle Rock, so they didn't get rewarded as much as a normal seed. Gold Sword not making a huge difference, but it makes enough of a difference that it could shave off a little bit of time. Especially if you're not one of the top players. If you're a top player, then your Ganon fight just becomes easier. It doesn't become faster. But, some of the weaker players, your Ganon fight actually does become faster. But yeah, Kain on race game. That's pretty important. It's
definitely like comfortable to have that early, because now you're not thinking, oh man, do I have to do Ice Palace without the Kain? Because it just makes it so much easier. Some people, including myself, aren't comfortable with like Diver Down with bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when hearts are less, so.
Well, the Diver Down doesn't save nearly as much time. It's much more significant for Ice Palace than it is for Swamp Palace. Like, I would never, not having a Kain would never stop me from going into Swamp, but there are definitely situations where I would choose to do not Ice Palace if I didn't have a Kain. Won't stop me completely, but yeah, there's definitely a situation, like if there's two equally good things on the table and one of them's Kainless Ice, the other was something else, then I might do the something else first and hope to find the Kain for the Ice Palace. But yeah, and I will mention, I talked about how we haven't had an Agassiz, but I forgot that there wasn't early. It looks like Qualifier 1 according to chat. I'd forgotten about that one. Logically an Agassiz, but it was sequence breakable. Which, when you have a glove Dark World Axis can happen. You might logically have to get to the right side through Aga, but there's several ways to get around that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, no weapon, well, no magic for Humbug. He does have a Cane of Samaria as a weapon, and he has arrows, so he's got choices here. But did grab those extra bombs from Mini Moldorm, because that tends to be a little bit faster if you don't have, like, sword beams or something.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to offer the arrows, though. Hold on to those bombs.
Oh, yeah, doing this very nice. Well, okay, got the first three very, very well, and that fourth one just didn't like him. Fearagent doing a little bit different. Gonna go ahead and do the early Agena route. But we saw a hammer there and humbugs, and I think that was and our first bottle, our first and last bottle.
Yep. I think all the rest of the bottles are now just going to be 5 rupees.
Yeah, I believe that's what they did. I think those are the only 5 rupees in the pool, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
I think the shields are as well. Like, silver. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, was that on Lake Hylia?
Yep.
Yeah, man, that's a dumb spot. Like, I think you pick those up. I do. Especially if you can get them before, say, Vitreous. That's where I think Silver saved the most time outside of Ganon.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like, when it's not something you hard require, it's just much harder to say, yeah, I'm going to go out of my way to get that.
Yeah, it's like that spot, and then also like floating island up on the mountain. It's like, do you do that? Does it really save you that much more time just for Ganon?
Okay, so in the meantime, looks like Fearagent is going to go get his stuff in Mini Moldorm, and then we'll see if he goes over to Ice Rod Cave. Humbug with only 55 rupees is still going to go ahead and break over here. Never mind, this isn't fake flippers, it's totally not a sequence break. So yeah, you do this. It sucks you only have 55 rupees, you can't pair Zora with this, but hopefully the item the flippers is pointing to you to is in here and not at Zora. And just a B for a bottle refill.
Yeah. The thing that's funny about this is, I normally try to put off Zora for as long as possible. until I can get those rupees. But because they have the flippers and no gloves, they can't do the hula hand room to get that money.
Right. Okay, so we just get 20 on the ledge there. So the flippers, I mean, the flippers could be lean to the Zora item because, of course, we don't have a glove to put in logic otherwise. But sadly, rupees are not a logical item. The game just assumes you can pick up rupees. Which, I mean, technically you can if you want to farm Blind's Hut or something.
Yeah, get those 30 rupees at a time.
Absolutely horrible thing to have to do. So, unless we get some money here, I don't think we're going to see Zora anytime soon. It is the worst last location is a moneyless Zora required seed.
Now,
and that wasn't
Fearagent...
and to make things worse, that B, I don't even think that B that Humbug got was even a good B, so you can't like take it to the bottle vendor and get 100 rupees from that.
Oh gosh, I don't remember. I could have sworn I saw one, but maybe you're right.
Yeah, it's something that's hard to tell, honestly. It looked like it didn't have the little plus that denotes the good B, but I could be wrong. Humbug is just going to go over and do the castle. We'll see if he does any of the dark rooms. We don't have a fire source, so nothing is going to be in logic back there. And not really a lot of good things to see by either. The arrows from the bow aren't too bad. Candace and Mario can help you out a little bit, but we have very little magic.
Yeah, Humbug just got their first bits of magic right there.
Right. Yeah, those pots. But yeah, we don't know there's nothing at Uncle. I wonder if fearagent maybe does the eastern area before this, just because he's already done the Uncle checks.
I mean, it is a pendant, so hopefully, like, we don't ever have to look forward to doing a double dip later. Because if it was a crystal, I would try to avoid it because I only want to go in.
Yeah, I'd much rather dip eastern like that if I know I don't necessarily have to come back. Yeah, we got this hammer though, so we can do these checks very easily. Only the first one is in logic unless we get a small key. But I mean, you're just gonna do it anyway and not worry about that.
Yep. Honk.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, the rest of it's not in logic without a fire source, but these runners probably good enough to do dark rooms if they want to break that. But I don't know if you break that this early with 3-item Saha plus two or 3 items available in Eastern.
I mean, I gotta be thinking, like, for Humbug, like, he probably knows at this point the lamp's gotta be somewhere nearby, because either you're gonna have to go to the back of Escape, the long way, or that bow is pointing you towards Eastern Palace.
Yep.
There's that too.
There's a mirror. Never mind, we can actually get all the items out of Eastern, because we do have that bow. Of course, they're not all in logic, because we don't have a fire source.
Right.
Mirror, super nice. Now Humbug doesn't have to worry about damaging himself down to do a Death Warp if he does want to do Dark Cross.
And like you called it, Fearagent going over to the Eastern area. We're seeing new things from both runners now.
Ooh, a sword. Okay, we now have a logical Aga. Well, almost logical Aga. We still need the lamp. And a flute. Flute's really nice. Yeah, he's going to leave with that flute. I think that's fine. Go activate it. You can get to the mountain for very few checks, but they are checks. You can rescue the old man, not in logic, but you only have one logical check there. Humbug not going to do the dark rooms. And I think that makes sense here. Not because he can't do them, because I'm sure he can, but breaking logic when you have so little else left doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, yeah, we can do East Death Mountain. We do have a hammer and a mirror, chat pointing out. So, yeah, I think that's what Fearagent probably does next.
I'm sure, I bet Humbug does the same thing too. Like, he's going to get the flute out of here and just peace out.
Yeah, I mean, because you can flute back to Eastern easily enough anyway, so there's really no reason to bet on it right now. Of course, Fearagent not with doesn't have the mirror, so let's see what he does.
I bet flute up to the mountain and at least just get an initial check of what's up there, but could be wrong.
I mean, yeah, let's see, he's gonna do Sick Kid. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep, do it while you're here.
Like Humbug's just gonna go straight for that flute as well. I think it was just arrows for Sick Kid. And where is Fear going? Gonna go to the mountain, gonna rescue the old man. Get that save quit spot. This is actually pretty fast when you have a sword. You don't lose that much time compared to having a lamp here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know some runners who can just do it like muscle memory.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I can't. I need to have something, but a sword is ideal. I need to,
This room's a little bit...
hook shot, you know.
This room's a little bit easier because all you do is just hold down right, and then you hold right.
Yep.
And then down left, and that's fine. That one's easy. It's that first room when you're climbing up the mountain that is really difficult to tell when you're transitioning from one room to the other.
Yeah, just 50 rupees on the old man. But, you know, we're getting close to that Zora money, so at least there's that.
Yeah, that 300 in the Saw's closet definitely helps.
Oh, yeah. And Humbug is going to go ahead and go to the mountain.
Cabbage is bullying Fear Agent a little bit, but doesn't really need too much. Yeah.
Okay, piece of heart. And this will be it for Fear. Okay, just some bombs. It looks like he was going to save and quit, and now he's rethinking that?
Yeah, he's going to walk beside
okay.
Blue. Yep.
Yeah, this is probably, depending on where he's going, this is going to be quicker. Yeah, if he's going to go to Eastern, then this is quicker. At some point, Fear Agent, you're going to need to get to the escape sequence to get his mirror, and that mirror with that first chest being a small key, fully in logic. To put the Zelda cell, etc., in logic, you need either the small key to be available, or you need the gloves to make. It's unfortunate, and I guess gloves just guarantees that the small key is available. So you know, it might be easier to say small key available.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing Humbug here gonna go ahead and try to do Hera. We don't have a fire source or a hook shot. Yeah, no fire source to do it logically. If the big key's in the basement, and no hook shot to break around it. And Fear Agent decides to give up on Eastern and will go and get his mirror in escape.
Okay. So that'll point Fear Agent right back up the mountain. Maybe spare him a potentially bad check of Eastern. We don't know what's in there, but...
Yeah, and the nice thing for him is he can just save and quit after he gets done with this, and he can, since he already has that save quit spot. Okay, so we have small key.
There are bombs in the basement as well.
Oh,
so you know one item.
We can't do anything.
Yep.
Can't finish this out.
Lamp could be over here, or fire rod could be over here on the right side.
Yeah, we could see lamp or fire. Could see a hook shot. Hook shot wouldn't logically open that up, but it probably would. I suspect Humbug would just do it with the hook shot, since he'd have a 2 in 3 chance of not finding or getting the item. Since we already saw one item.
There's some bombs on floating island. Oop. Quick map check.
Yeah, it looks like our tracker Thoris got the map check, but I didn't even see that he'd done it. Swamp Palace, a pendant, which always brings the fear, no pun intended on Fear Agent, of a hover seed. Especially with the mirror already available. You need a mirror or a hook shot to complete the game, no matter what, because otherwise you can't get to Ganon's tower. We already have that mirror, so... This is where if you're a hover, you're licking your chops, and if you're not, you're worried. I know I would be.
All right, we've got 7 items over here.
Okay, Fear Agent gonna give us at least Dark Cross, it looks like. And Humbug scores some boots. So that's gonna be a nice item for him that he's gonna have a while longer than Fear Agent does.
Right after Spiral Cave, just when you want to find it.
Right?
Ooh, Zora
And
money.
now we have Zora money and a glove. So not an Agaseed after all. It's like Humbugg's gonna flute out of here because there's nothing else he can do. Fury just finds some powder, which is a nice item, nice luxury item. Could be required for Magic Bat. If you're Fear Agent, you hope it's required for Magic Bat.
So we do know the gloves put what Fear Agent's about to find into logic.
Yes.
He doesn't know that, but...
Yeah, that powder not in logic yet. Just need a fire source for that. And he does successfully get through. Found the key rat. That's the hardest part of these dark rooms.
Hive Cave?
Heart Cave? Heart Cave.
Heart Cave and blue rupees.
It didn't look like Fear got anything in the back either. So he's going to go ahead and save and quit to the mountain and get all his goodies that Humbugh got.
Yep.
It's a little bit behind here. Oh, Humbugh says, you know what? I'm going to go straight for those silvers. With the bow this early, I think this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, this is such a quick, easy grab.
It's quick, it's easy. I don't know how quick it is, but it's quick enough, and you're getting those silvers early enough that I think overall you're going to save time with them.
Yeah.
We do have a Crystal Misery Mire, so you'll be able to save time on Vidi. Much easier fight.
Now, okay, so Pod's not in logic, but I think they could both do it.
Some of it is. None of the dark rooms are in logic without...
Yeah, the dark rooms. Yeah.
I personally don't like to do Pod without at least a fire rod. Because
Yes.
Part of it is you have to get you can't beat the game without a fire source. You can always beat the game without the lamp, unless the fire rod's behind the lamp. You can sometimes beat the game without a fire rod, but not here. We have Skullwoods and Turtle Rock, both crystals. So guaranteed that's got to show up. But
yeah, I'm just bad at Turtle Room.
One. Oh yeah, Turtle Room's terrible. Humbugh is going to go ahead and do the do Catfish here. The problem is, it's your only completable crystal dungeon right now. Thieves Town is a pendant. Nobody wants to do that. I mean, there's going to be people that just go into Thieves Town. I know I don't like pendant Thieves Town. I'll do the front four, as most people will. Oh, where did Fear Agent get that fire rod? He's got fire.
Fear Agent, what do you know that we don't?
Oh, okay.
Oh, back of escape.
Yeah, back of escape. I only saw the map. I didn't see the other items.
And that fire rod is in logic, so...
Yep, that it is, because glove. Gotta show up.
Oh, yeah, we have glove. That was on the mountain.
Yep. Fear Agent just gonna get it in the unintended order. And Humbug's gonna go ahead and do this Zora play right now. And get a Bombless out of it, which could be required.
Pretty good. Yeah.
That's a nice TBD. Helps, it makes, could help with Ice Palace no, I think Humbug's gonna get his Fire Rod right now. But could make things better.
Yeah, it makes things better because he only has the one bottle. It makes magic management so much more difficult for Ice Palace. Not for these runners probably, but yeah. But now you can Bombos Cold Stare and you get 6 Fire Rod shots.
Or if you don't have a lot of magic, you can Bombos Cold Stare and still be able to finish the fight.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting moment here. Is there going to be anything in this big chest? There is an item. It is not a useful item. Important to note because some people are going to skip that. Assuming there's nothing required in here, and it looks like there isn't because, just rupees and bombs. You might see a few runners decide, I'm just going to wait until I have the hookshot to do this dungeon. Especially if you went up here without a fire source like Humbugh did. And Humbugh is going to get his powder because that fire rod does put Dark Cross in logic. Fearagent going to use that hammer on Moldor.
I personally actually prefer using the hammer over like Master Sword spins because you can move away from Moldorm so much easier just by walking away.
I like it better than Master Sword spins because I'm guaranteed not to poke him.
Yes.
I'd rather have a tempered or a gold sword, obviously, but okay. Humbugh gets his powder. Fearagent gets his first crystal. First crystal of our restream runners. And Humbugh dumping that bee. He's going to head over here and buy a potion. It's the green
two
potion.
Potions.
No, you can't buy
Maybe
two
just
potion.
one.
Oh, 2 potions. Okay, is it 2 bottles? I thought it was 1.
So what he did was he bought the green potion to refill his magic.
And refill his magic. Gotcha.
And then bought the blue.
Yeah, that works really well. He's got plenty of money at this point. Did the Zora check. Looks like he's going to head over and do some Village Outcast stuff. Could do a fighter sword moth fight. Did the classic, forgot he doesn't have mitts, can't go that way.
I mean, that could be why he got that blue potion right there.
Yep. Yeah, I personally like using the fire rod on moth. You don't see that very often, though. A lot of runners will use hammer. I'm bad at hammer moth.
Oh, so am I. Yeah, I'm Oh, fun fact, Humbugh, who just bought that blue potion, could have gotten a full magic refill from that tree. And he just ran by.
Yeah, that's true, because the boots will maybe he just wasn't thinking about it, but you know what? He's got 341 rupees and he's already paid off Zora, so there's not a whole lot he needs rupees for at this point.
Like the going straight to the back Skullwoods play.
Yep. I mean, if you're pretty comfortable with fighter sword, hammer, or fire rod for this fight, this makes sense. Of course, the bad part about it is maybe you're leaving a sword in the front of Skullwoods, which would make the fight better.
Yep. But again, the gamble here is you're finding both your items in the back, and then if you do, you could just skip the entire front.
Well, and the other part is, if you don't get a small key in the very first check in the front becomes very cumbersome to get back to. Either you have to drop down or you have to steal a key or grab a key from somewhere else. And so what I'll often do is I'll often open that first chest, and if it's a key, I keep checking the front. If it's not, I keep going. Humbugh just decides to do back first in general, which I think is also fine.
Yep.
See if there's an item here. Big key, okay.
Could translate into an item.
Yeah, and the nice thing about getting that big key is you'll be able to do all the front at the same time. If there's like if the item is in the big chest and then one on Moth, then he can just quickly get it and be done. Whereas if you do the front first and have to come back with the big key, it's kind of annoying.
I believe this is Fearagent checking what is on Lumberjack.
Yeah, I mean, with the boots, you're going to do all these checks at the same time. We know it's nothing. I don't know how he saw it was nothing there, because I didn't see it this time. We saw it on Humbugh's side. It's just 20 rupees, so...
As you mentioned before, here's those hammer strats coming out of Humbugh. Although, doesn't really have too much of an option. Used all the magic getting here.
Yeah, it's hammer or fighter sword at this point, and finishes him off.
Very, very clean.
I mean, I could see if you get low in health, and because he's got that blue bottle, I could see popping that blue bottle and then switching to fire rod. But I wouldn't do that until I've used up my health.
Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, Fearagent probably just follows Humbugh right here into Skullwoods.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think do we get either item?
No, we have not found either item.
I didn't think so, yeah.
Small key, compass, and big key so far.
Okay, so let's see what we got in here. Gotta go to the right first. It's another small key.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna set up the bomb jump here. Just a map for the big key. So if we'd done the front first, we could have gotten all the items because the small key was available. It's only really bad for humbugh if the sword shows up here. Like those mitts are great, but those wouldn't have affected the moth fight at all. And last item in the pinball room, which used to not even ever be an item. This used to have to be a small key, but B31 changed that.
And now that's true for pretty much all modes except for cross keys. Is that correct?
I think, yeah. Cross keys does not have that. Some of the branches off of entrance. I was about to say entrance, but I've seen a few entrance modes that actually don't have the small key there. So I'm not sure what the distinction is. In particular, I got baited in a Shop Sanity seed and did not get a small key there. So, and we're gonna check the mire area right now. Is that a bombos? Like I could see just going and doing this right now. I mean, it kind of sucks to do it without a lamp, but you know, those aren't the worst dark rooms if you know how to do them.
Oh yeah, definitely not. There's like a script for most of those rooms that you can utilize, and also the silvers makes Vidi trivial.
Yeah, I mean that's the big reason I would probably do it now is those silvers. Like Vidi with silvers, I don't care what my sword is. Vidi without silver, if I didn't have a bow and the silvers here, I'd be a lot more hesitant to go in there with just a fighter sword. Because even if you survive the Vidi fight, it's going to be a slow fight.
Yeah. If I had a Master Sword, Cape and Master Sword makes the fight also pretty trivial, but Fighter Sword, nope.
Yeah. The difference, of course, being that with that Cape, if you spam you can slash, and you can spam that slash button. The Cape doesn't lose a whole lot of magic. Whereas you can't do that with the Fighter Sword. You have to use sword spins with Fighter Sword on Vidi, so you don't get that magic, essentially a magic extension.
Was our first of 2 items in Desert. That was the Piece of Heart, so nothing critical. Crucial.
So I like that Humbugh's doing Desert first here, because there are more things that'll help out your Misery Mire play than will help out your Desert play. You can see a Quake Medallion, which is another to-be-determined item, because we don't know what the Turtle Rock Medallion is yet.
Yeah, and now with that Samaria, I would imagine the runners are now trying to put off going up the mountain for as long as possible, because with the 2 medallions, the fire rod to get you through the front, and of course Samaria, which allows you to go into the dungeon at all, they probably don't want to go up there and be like, ugh, I'm up here. I probably should go into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, well, it's also the fact that without the hookshot, you're orphaning Hookshot Cave unless you can hover. Yeah. I do not know if either of these players can hover.
They have plenty that they could do right now, because I think, because they could do all of Ice Palace right now. They could do Misery Mire, Pod out of Logic.
I think Ice is not a bad play. With the Fire Rod, I wouldn't be hesitant to do Pod either. So I think either of those are good plays. I might do Ice first, just because Pod with Eastern would be a possibility, and I don't want to do Eastern. But if I've done all the other good dungeons and I do Pod last, then going into Eastern, you're right there, and it makes more sense.
So, other than Lamp, logically, are we just looking for a sword, hook shot, and ice rod?
Well, I mean, we're looking for ice rod for sure. Obviously, we need at least one more sword. I don't know if we need a hook shot for these guys. I mean, there are going to be runners that will absolutely need the hook shot. There will be runners that can hover it, and there will be runners that can Moldorm bounce. And I don't know which category either of these runners. But I mean, it's Qual, so there has to be a hover seat in here somewhere, right?
There's going to be someone, I've noticed in all the races that I've run so far, there's always just one person who's
someone
8 or 9 minutes way far ahead of everybody else, and then all of 2nd through 5th place are all right at the same time.
Yep, somebody's gonna find the god route, so called.
Yep.
Okay, King's Tomb, which we haven't seen yet, I don't believe. Fear Agent just gets a piece of heart. And of course, both items here are probably in logic because the only thing that's not in logic is actually going to Vidi. So if Vidi doesn't have an item, then whatever Humbugg's getting out of this dungeon is in logic and could be a lamp. At this point, he's hoping for Ice Rod for sure, and probably hoping for a hookshot. Although it's interesting in a qual seed. If I'm really good at hovering, I don't ever want to see that hookshot come up.
Yep, agreed. Because you want the reassurance that it's somewhere bad, so all the other runners are.
Yeah. So the non-hovers, non-Moldorm bouncers, we'll just have to go find it. If I'm not a hoverer and not a Moldorm bouncer, then I am praying that hookshot is on my path. Because otherwise I know my time versus par has the potential to be pretty bad. Fear Agent also getting the silvers. He waited a little bit longer, but this could be him going to... Oh, he's just going to Ice Palace. Okay. I like this. Ice Palace with Kane, Fire Rod. I think he picked up a blue bottle, so he'll have... pretty good for the... I don't think... Yeah, he doesn't have that bomb boost yet, but otherwise this is pretty good for him.
I do believe we found one item so far in Misery Mire. The big key. So I guess we're just looking for that second item.
Yeah. We have to run around here instead of hookshotting. Which is, a little annoying, but not the worst thing ever. Fear Agent going to use bomb strats here in Ice Palace. And of course, that last Pengator just not playing nice. But fortunately, all those bomb drops disappear. But fortunately, we don't have to do a bomb jump. So 3 bombs can be plenty. And I'm going to try and pay attention to whether this is a hookshot locked Ice Palace. But, if I don't see where all the small keys are, it's hard to tell. The main indicator is, can you get the big key without the hookshot?
Well, we already have it, so...
Oh, okay. Well, then this is definitely hookshot lock, because if you can get the big key without the hookshot, then what happens is, it's kind of counterintuitive, but what happens is that big key opens up 2 locked doors in the back of the dungeon, one of which you only use if you're playing doing the intended route. Mm-hmm. But it means you can waste your keys and not get to this right side if you use your small keys wrong. I want to say if both small keys are available, then it's okay. But if the small keys are not available and the big key is available, then it's absolutely hookshot locked.
Yeah, I think most people I feel like the veterans all know the key logic. I always forget it because I joined after Icebreaker was introduced, so I just never bothered really learning it.
Ooh, a book. Ugh.
It's at least 2 items so far. I'm assuming since we're going down this way, that we're still looking for a third.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, and we'll probably see the iced tea room here. And Humbug's showing us why silvers are so good. Also made very quick work of those dark rooms. Don't think he did. Did he do cutscene chests? I'm not sure if he got both items or not.
I don't think he did. I remember him specifically getting like a blue rupee from, I think it's Compass chest, and then he went to the right and then right across again. So that may be an abandoned item.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe chat can help us out and let us know if he's gotten both items or not. Either way, he's not going back in.
And at that point, once you make that call, you are committed to that call.
Yeah, pretty much.
You are not going back in. So if something important is back there, that's a huge boon to Fear Agent, at least looking at just these 2 runners.
Okay. Oh, looks like we're hearing that Coulsor's not hookshot lock, which means we had both small keys available.
Okay, still got to be careful with these puffs.
Yeah, he's used up all his fire rod shots, and that was after using the potion. So now he's stuck on fighter sword or hammer.
Okay, good.
One
It's
more.
Like, green mail, these guys chunk you.
Yeah, like green mail cold star is scary when you get to this point of the fight and you don't get it quickly.
Playing it a little bit safe.
Okay,
Good
there we
job.
Go. You got a nice double spin there. I don't think Ice Palace had anything for us, though. And how about gonna follow Fear Agent into Ice Palace? We'll see where Fear Agent goes next.
Well, we don't know if it had anything for us yet because we found the book.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We got a book. I hate the book. It's the item I never want. If I see the book early, it's fine, because usually you can route in the book checks. But, when you get it late, especially if you've already done much of the mountain, Humbug with that Quake is going to use that on Pengears. It's the fastest way to kill them. Although I think bomb strats, if you do it right, might be a little bit faster. But if you're not familiar with the fastest bomb strat, the Quake is better.
Yeah. Now, where was the bombos? I remember where Quake was. Quake was in Mire Shed, I'm pretty sure, which you're about to see on Fear Agent screen. Where was bombos?
We even talked about what it was useful for. Maybe in Village Outcasts? Zora. Bombos was on Zora.
Oh, Quake was in Desert Palace. Oh, Bombos on Zora. Yeah.
Right. Fear Agent's gonna get that Quake really soon, but yeah. Bombos on Zora. Humbug routed that in with Catfish pretty early on in his Dark World. Fear Agent has not been over in that direction yet.
Yeah, it was a sensible call because, like, at that point, when you've already done, like, Waterfall Fairy and stuff like that, when else are you gonna do it? Mm-hmm. So...
Okay, Humbug gets his book.
Literature.
Yes, chat likes to say literacy. Humbug not gonna do the big chest. That's interesting. I believe that was a dungeon item anyway, so gonna be fine. Now that could be I forgot. I don't have hookshot. That is a thing that can happen.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I was not doing iced tea either.
Oh, interesting. That's a power play.
Yeah. I believe there's still... I don't even remember where the items were on this one, but in the end, it's not going to matter. We know there's nothing here, and he's never going to come back. Oh, okay. He already has 3 items according to chat, so we're good to go. So if he already has 3 items, then what was Fear Agent doing going to those checks?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I saw 2 of them. Because one was at Icebreaker, and then one was at Freezor Room. And then he dropped down to check Big Chest.
Either way, there's nothing in here. I think we're going to see Pod Eastern pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, they're running out of crystal. It's A, B, C, D, always be clearing dungeons.
Yep.
So, I would agree. They're probably going to head that way pretty soon. Unless they have 2 red crystals, that might be another check they do before that.
See, Misery Mire's are red, and I'm trying to see.
Desert Palace, maybe? I can't tell which one it is.
Yeah, I can't see the sparkly. Oh, Ice. It's Ice is the other one.
Oh, okay.
So Humbug can do... Actually, that's actually a really nice route. You can do Pyramid Fairy into Pod Eastern. Humbug still hasn't done Hera. Could go back for that, but could be holding out for that hookshot. If he does hold out for that hookshot, or at least hold out to make it his last dungeon, he'll probably be pretty happy, because not going to have to... we'll be able to do it last.
Spooky game.
Oh, gosh. I think he already used his bottle, too.
Yeah, he used it in a very odd spot somewhere. Ooh.
Okay, Fear Agent has fewer choices, not able to go into Mire. See what he does next. I'm gonna buy a potion.
Humbug. Spooking me out a little bit.
Okay, one more puff. Okay.
Yay!
I got a little more because that last icicle can still kill you. But he's fine. That was a pretty slow fight, but you know what's slower is dying and having to come back. So.
Yeah.
So nicely done. Fear Agent is going to just do Pod Eastern at this point. With Fire Rod, Pod's not terrible.
Yeah. Fire Rod, 11 hearts. We'll be fine.
Dark Maze still kind of sucks, but you know, I mean, if you just I typically just some runners just know that maze by heart. I have to pull up a map every time, but you know, it's still not bad.
Yeah. All right, so no Pyramid Fairy check, but both of our runners going to be pods same time.
Yeah, a little surprised Humbug doesn't do Pyramid Fairy first to get here, but this is fine too. We haven't seen I don't think we've seen the ledge yet either, so that's like 3 checks. But again, mainly because like if Eastern was a crystal, then you just do these 2 first and then do the other stuff. But with Eastern being a pendant, Humbug's gonna have more choices of where to go next.
So actually, you remind me, Humbug did check what was on Pyramid Ledge because it was 300
Okay.
rupees. Yeah.
Oh, right, because he did that on his way to Catfish. So
yeah,
it's
so maybe
only
that's
2
why.
checks for him. Yeah,
Yep.
that could make a huge difference there. Get a sword. That's nice. That's one of technically one of our required items. Of course, there's 2 other out there. The last one will turn into a green 20.
Now all we need is for Ice Rod to be in the back of Swamp I mean,
you know, it's funny you say that, but if I were running in this race as a non-hover or non-Moldor bouncer, I would love to have Ice Rod in the back of Swamp and suddenly make this a non-hover seed. Okay, so let's see. We got 1 not small key item. So ideally you want an item here on the right side so you can never check the big key chest. And we never have to check the big key chest because that big key counts. And the big key chest will have a small key locking itself. So if your agent going to be able to go straight to the back here. It looks like he might do the boss first, which is fine.
Yeah.
In his situation, I think doing it either way is fine. I especially like this play if you don't have a mirror. Because then you can just save and quit out of the dark maze when you're done with it. But here, I think it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Mm-hmm. The only concern I have is I've seen it before where runners will do Helma first and just never remember to go back in. Which, you know, funny enough, that could end up being a time-saving play. Or it could wreck you because there's something important back there.
I have definitely not done both of those scenarios before. Definitely not.
But yeah, Humbug can do the same thing. The only other argument for doing the back first before doing Helma is maybe you find a lamp to make this a little bit easier. But again, this is pretty easy with Fire Rod. Not asking what's left for Ped. Well, Ice Rod is always a Ped possibility. Ice Rod and Ether, if Ether is the medallion for Turtle Rock, is all we got. So, probably not going to be Ped, but, you know, good old Ice Rod hunts can lead you there.
Yeah, Ice Rod can be in one of many bad places that are still available to us.
Yep.
Map.
Okay, just the map on Helma, so we got lots of items left. Actually, I think we have 4 items left. Because we got the sword. Yeah, we got the sword and the big key in the front. And Helma has a map, which seems to happen a lot in this dungeon. I don't know why the maps and compasses like to be on Helma. So it's still 4 items in the back, and Fear Agent is going to go back in, which, no surprise. See if Humbug does the same thing. Also, I want to point out Yoshi Sprite, one of my favorites, because he just looks so happy when he catches a crystal.
Fear Agent going a little bit more classic.
Yeah, Chad also pointing out that, yeah, hookshot can't be on Ped, because Swamp Palace needs, because Swamp Palace is a pendant.
Alright, Pod, do we have anything but a sword? A lot of keys.
Yeah, that's the last of the keys. It does mean Harmless Hellway can have an item, though.
Yeah. Gonna be compass or an item.
But it's a heart piece. We'll see if Fear Agent hammer jumps this. Some runners have an easier time with the Dark Maze going bottom to top, in which case you might hammer jump here. You're definitely not doing this to save a small key, because you have plenty.
Alright, it's a 50-50 as to what this last chest is.
And Humbug wants to do this from the top, so... Yeah.
Oh, the time save on Fear Agent's part!
Yeah, because he will miss that map or compass or whatever is the... I never, like, I'll see a map or a compass and it just registers as map or compass. Okay, Fear Agent not going to go into Eastern here. Besides, he has better things to do. Looks like he's going to do some Village of Outcast.
Oh, wow, we haven't been there yet, have we?
Yeah, no, we haven't. We have not seen Village. We have not seen Front of Thieves. I haven't seen any of Thieves. Thieves just a regular pendant, so we haven't seen anything in pendant dungeons yet, actually. Okay, Humbug can do the same thing. I'm not going to go into Eastern as well. Oh, well, so much for the ice rod.
Uh-oh.
That is an interesting location, though, in that with Thievestown being a pendant, not really a surprise it took so long to get there. Fear Agent's still looking for bombos, and possibly a hookshot. We'll get a bit of a read on Humbug's hovering / Moldorm bounce situation once he gets that ice rod, because if he can do one of those two things, then he can just go mode the rest.
Yeah, like at that point you're just going to say either, well, one of two things are going to happen. Either they're going to go into Ganon's tower and then like climb without the hookshot, or they're going to gamble that hookshot somewhere in GT at this point.
Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't gamble on hookshot in GT. There's so much of the basement is hookshot locked, and it's so much of the base, depending on where the big key is. And it's very rare that you'll ever see a hookshot on the climb. Not saying it's impossible. I personally have never seen it. But the key logic is such that it can make it you just can't have it be there.
Mm-hmm.
As chat pointed out, Cold Stare was not hook locked because of the two small keys. The right side was, but Cold Stare was not. So that doesn't tell you anything useful. And Humbug going to do some of these north checks that I don't think we saw Graveyard Ledge until now, and Fear Agent's already done these, so. Fear Agent also looking for bombos. We know that's at Zora, and it might be a while before he gets there.
I mean, depending on how he routes this, because, Blacksmith Chain? Alright.
Have we seen Dig Game yet? Looks like he's going to do that first, because once you grab a follower, you can't do this.
Yep. And I do not think we have. Because I believe both runners, they did Hype Cave and then ran and got their silvers.
Yep. Humbug is going to get his ice rod in just a second. And the other thing to consider here is we don't know the Turtle Rock medallion yet. Could still be Ether. Those of you that want a pet seed, it's on life support.
Yeah. Again, I think they're avoiding trying. Oh,
Never
Ether,
mind, that's an Ether. Oh yeah, we would have seen that on Fear Agents, but I was looking at Humbug at the time. So yeah, Pet is officially dead. Humbug gonna at least do these checks before going back for the ice rod that he doesn't know is there. Let's see what Hammer Pigs has.
Oh.
Okay, PRNG, that's the third seed. And 3 of the last 4, where that is exactly where Hookshot has been.
Oh, that's just gonna point Fear Agent further and further away from Bombos.
Yeah, this could be really, really unfortunate for Fear Agent. Humble getting his ice rod. Let's see what he does next. This is where things get a little interesting. He is continuing to check Village. These are pretty quick checks. I could see him doing Hammer Pegs, because you're right here. I think if I were needing the hookshot, I just full clear the rest of this. I think if I were not needing the hookshot, maybe I do Hammer Pegs, because it's relatively quick with boots, but he's not even doing that. I think he's just calling this go mode. And we'll see either some hovering or a Moldorm bounce. Yeah, and all he has left to do is Turtle Rock and Hera. And so, yeah, he's not getting that hookshot, and we're gonna see how that works out for him. If anybody in chat knows whether he does either the strats, the hover, or the Moldorm bounce, let me know.
I did see some people suggest that he does, but
Okay.
we're not 100% sure.
Fear Agent, by the fact that he's still looking for a Bombos medallion, did get that hookshot. I'm gonna do some of the more on-path checks. Oh, nice!
Oh,
Gets
baby.
a sword. That's you don't turn that down.
Yeah, we take those here.
We'll see if he does any extra checks in Turtle Rock. We did have a Turtle Rock, the less than 5%er, where the small keys were in both Lava Chest and Big Chest. I believe that was the last wall, which you don't see very often. So it wouldn't be unreasonable to route it like that. I don't see him doing Mimic Cave, but I could see doing the extra checks in TR, I guess, maybe?
I mean, Laser Bridge... I mean, depending on how comfortable his hovering is. Laser Bridge, that big of a time loss, because it's 4 checks right there. And also, while you're looking for the big key Ganon's tower, you may be hoping to find the hookshot as well.
Yeah. Also, where is that lamp?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and actually, I'll point out another thing. Not as big a deal because we have silvers, but I know some of the runners in this race are probably going to miss that sword. So, you know, if you want a torch glitch for a Master Sword Ganon to make it a little bit easier, definitely easier with the lamp that I don't think we're going to find in this seed.
I mean, it could be here in Turtle Rock.
It could. Okay, Fear Agent going back to the... Oh, he's gonna go check Ped. Because Bombos for him could be there. We know it's not. But we get to find out what is there. Please don't be a fetch quest item.
Survey says...
Just a piece of heart. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. Fear Agent going to the mountain.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the Turtle Rock play.
Yeah, I think so. Probably gets his... Yeah, he's going to get his sword on the way, so that's at least good. But he's going to full clear Turtle Rock looking for bombos.
I mean, this isn't the worst dungeon to full clear.
No,
Of the ones you could go mode.
I mean, sometimes you can't even go mode Turtle Rock. Now, I mean, he'll lose time because he'll do Mimic Cave, but depending on the key layout, you could actually be completely locked out of go moding this dungeon anyway. And does get his sword, so that's nice.
Yep.
I just hope he doesn't get baited into Swamp Palace. Eastern would also be pretty bad, but Eastern's a lot quicker. Swamp is just slow, and then do you go left side, and all sorts of decisions there. He's got all the things he needs to do that dungeon, too. And it is the green pendant. Also, shout outs to the Yoshi egg bunny sprite.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is vanilla big key. That's actually really good for fearagent, because that means he's not going to lose nearly as much time, because everybody's going to have to do lava chest. And when the big key is vanilla, you don't take a chance on skipping big chest.
Yep, true. That's a small technical difficulty.
Yeah,
but
well,
at least Fear knows it's ether.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get fearagent's stream back in a few seconds or so. Okay, this is interesting. Humbugh is checking Mimic Cave for hookshot. I guess it could also be lamp, but I don't think that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, no, not at this point. When there's like one dark room left in the game, don't think so.
Yeah, I know the rail maze is if you understand how the rail maze works, I find it to be one of the easier dark rooms. It took me, at first it looked like magic because I thought you had to hit the directions on the spots.
Oh, like time them?
Yeah, you have to time this. Oh my god! But no, once you realize that you can just hold the direction button until it hits that spot, and then hold the next direction button. Just a matter of memorizing the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last place we could find lamp. It's probably buried in like Swamp Palace or something.
Yeah, some are terrible. Alright, let's see the magic.
Yoshi Soul is kind of fun too. Okay, let's see how long it takes Humbugh to find the small key, and by extension, does he keep looking on Laser Bridge for that hookshot? But yeah, I was gonna say, it was kind of interesting that he went for Mimic Cave, but didn't go for Hammer Pegs in particular.
Could have just slipped his mind, like, oh, I'm pretty much just looking for a hookshot.
Yeah.
It's probably on the way, right?
Yep. Okay. It sounds like Fear's stream is back up, so hopefully our SG people behind the scenes can get things reset for us to see it again. Oh, yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah, good. Can't make a good point. We do have a delay on this. We have the 10-minute delay.
Nice back of the head kill there.
Got the double spin. Very nice. Phase 2 of Trinex.
Simple and clean.
And this is not Humbugh's last crystal. We still need to go back and do Hera. Actually, he maybe is just looking for the hook shot, so he doesn't have to do tile.
Oh, true.
We'll have to ask him afterwards, depending on what he does to get across the the top of GT.
I totally forgot that was still in his path.
Yeah, he still has to do Harris. He still has to go get that big key. The big key's in the basement.
Does have a few checks here as well.
You're gonna see these. A little unfortunate because those hammer pegs were right there. But I mean, who would have thought 3 out of 4 quals would have hammer pegs hookshot? So I will call this a hover seed. It's very easy to not get those hammer pegs. In fact, you know, a lot of it depends. I mean, we saw it in this particular set of runners. A lot of it depends on, you know, was Ice Rod your quote-unquote go mode or not? Or go mode minus hook.
Yeah, it really depends on whether or not you want to take those mitts out of Skull Woods and go straight to Village of Outcasts with those mitts. Because then you would have gotten both your Ice Rod and Hookshot super
that's
early.
actually a really good point. You could, if you do that, then, you know, just do Village right then and there, you know. It depends on when you get the Ice Rod. Like, is Ice Rod your last thing besides Hookshot? Or is it your... Or do you have a lot more to get at that point? This is not going to be a quick Hera. I mean, humbugh does get to save time in that he can do it right before GT, which is the ideal thing. Very rarely, you know, gets to have that happen. But sadly,
everybody at home, coffee break time. Go. You got about 1 minute. Go grab a drink or something. 'Cause this is what we're watching for a little bit.
Yep. Fortunately, it's not going to need to check anything else in this dungeon. We know it's a bunch of trash. Big Chest has the other item, but it was like 20 rupees or something.
Yeah. There's a straight shot to a Moldorm.
Also want to point out in fearagent's case, even though it's going to be a while before his delay catches up and we'll get to see him on screen again, it is recommended that runners locally record, and I imagine that fearagent is locally recording his race so that it's not going to affect whether he's able to get in or not. And as you know, someone that's done administrative duties for admin, in particular for the league, I can't imagine he wouldn't have a local recording.
Still looking for that hookshot.
Yeah, still hoping to find that hookshot. This tells me he's either, whether it's hover or Moldorm balance, it tells me that he can do one of those things. Because I think he would have at least checked hammer pegs, maybe even done the full smiths.
Yeah, he felt like he really needed it.
But the fact that he's still checking things also tells me that he doesn't want to do it if he can avoid it.
Yep. Oh, some people are putting some numbers in chat.
Numbers.
So for anyone who doesn't know, there's a casual little game we like to play. Guess a number 1 between 22. We don't have a bot, I don't think. But how quickly will we find the big key? It probably can't be over 22 or around there because we kind of need the hook shot for a lot of those checks.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna find it, but yeah. Most runners know how to get to the left side without a hook shot.
Yeah.
I'll see if this big key is even hookshot locked.
Could be right here. Oh,
1, 2. It's like he's and this makes sense, going and checking the right side first, where you don't need to do any shenanigans. For those in chat asking about where the hookshot was, it was in, you guessed it, third time out of the last 4 quals, hammer pegs. Because why not? Also, we're still in locations where, for Humbugh's point of view, the hookshot could still happen. But there's the big key. He's gonna check.
Moment
I
of
think,
truth.
Yeah, he's gonna check these chests. And he's gonna go grab this small key, but I think he mirrors out after this. What was that number? Was that 3? That was, because it was... He's gonna... Yeah, I think this makes sense. At least check the torch. Torch is just a heart piece. He's gonna grab it. I don't know if this gives him a refill, or maybe gets him closer to a refill. But maybe he'd also grab the small key so he could avoid the mini Helma key, but I mean, that's kind of a... I don't even know which would be faster. It's probably just faster to get the mini Helma key.
Yeah. Now, I think without grabbing he would need one more key for this climb to be in logic. I'm pretty sure, because you could blow that one key that he currently does have on that door.
Okay, no, you need all the keys. I'm going off of cross keys logic and assuming it's the same. Because in a key sanity cross keys, you need all 4 keys to put the compass chest in logic. And if that's the case,
you could find... So if you had that second key, you could find the 3rd and 4th keys up here, which would put that compass chest into logic.
Yeah.
Which would then have the hook shot.
That's a pretty unlikely scenario.
Very unlikely. I've had it happen to me once in an open seed.
He's just plowing on, which again says he knows a way across. We'll see. I'm going to be really curious to see which way across we're going to get. There we go. Oh, hey. Oh, I think we're about to see fearagent in the go mode.
Yay!
Okay, well, he's going to have a very quick, pretty easy mire. The big key wasn't a god mire, but I want to say it was in the compass chest, so it's pretty early on the process.
We also might be able to see if during those 10 minutes he was gone, did he find the lamp?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll know because yeah. There you go, fearagent. Pick up that bombos. You're in go mode. And you're actually in go mode as opposed to Humbugh being in the I kind of want a hookshot go mode. I got a flute from the mountain. You know, a Humbugh to basically the top of GT. See if he checks anything here. I don't think I would if it were me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It depends on how well you understand. It depends on how well you understand that key logic and just how badly you want the hook shot. No lamp means he's going to need that extra magic here.
Ow! Ooh, jeez.
He should be fine. 2 hearts, just needs to get to the powderable fairy and bunny beam. So.
Yep.
Did pick up the extra heart pot there too. I think that's smart.
Could be looking for a refill.
Yeah, that could be too. Well, he's picked up, I think, 3 heart pieces. So if he gets another heart piece, it should be a refill. But we'll just powder. It looks like he tried to catch a fairy. I don't know if he got her or not. We do get an extra heart
he did not.
though. Right, because it could give you the can you do it? Okay, we're going for Moldorm bounce in the meantime.
Oh boy.
This is where it gets fun. Oh, okay, well.
This is not an easy trick.
No, not an easy trick at all. Also, shout-outs to Aussie101, who pretty much wrote the book on doing this. Has the tutorial that everybody was watching the last couple of tournaments to figure out how to do this.
Well, keep in mind we only got 6 more chances for this.
Yeah, if he runs out of bombs, then he has to leave and come back with bombs. Yeah, it looks good. Using the pause buffers.
Yay!
All right, that was what, third try maybe?
Yeah,
Very
only a
nicely
couple.
done. It would have been a little bit faster if he'd had the hook shot, but not because he did that particular part of it poorly, because he did that very well. He just wouldn't have been checking extra chests for the hook
along
shot
the way.
if he had gotten it in that hammer case location. He was right there. But I don't think he lost too much time to that. Like you figure you don't check Mimic Cave, you don't check Super Bunny, things like that. That's where the time loss for not having the hook shot comes from. But maybe next time just don't search for the hook shot, Humbug, because you did that pretty quickly. I don't blame him for checking it though.
Yeah, especially when you have, I don't know how many people are watching the stream right now, but also when you're being featured and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, so true.
Like, oh, do I want people to watch me fail this? Nope, we watched them succeed instead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care how good you are at that strat. I would never blame someone for wanting to still find that hook shot.
And over on fearagent screen, we never found the lamp.
We did not find the lamp. We'll have to ask him what he did in the 10 minutes that we missed.
I mean, if I had to guess, it was probably all of TR, hookshot cave, and and then probably did all the pyramid checks up to catfish.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm guessing he did not get sucked into a pendant dungeon. I think he'd be much further, especially Swamp. I think he'd be much further behind if he'd gotten sucked into Swamp.
Yeah, because if you're going to Swamp, oh no, I'm thinking Humbug, but yeah, no, Swamp is a play because he has the hook shot, but
could full clear it.
I got lucky that it wasn't in there.
Meanwhile, we are okay. We got only a few warps. Looks like Ganon was gonna get a little warp happy there, but he settled down, thankfully. Oh, this could be
clean.
No, not quite. But still a very quick Ganon fight for Humbug.
Yeah, very, very good. All right, get your GGs in chat, everybody.
And Humbug gonna finish this up. First on our restream and first overall with an official race time of 1:17:44. Very well done.
Good lord. Wow. Here I am staring at the race time GG room trying to look at the bottom, not remembering he finished 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Very nice run. I think you're going to be very happy with this one. Should score, you should easily get... well, I won't say, but you don't. I mean, finishing first does not guarantee you a 105, but it does guarantee you a 100 plus score. So
yeah,
I'm gonna be very happy with that, I'm sure. Fearagent about to face Vidi.
Yep. Also gonna go down super quick.
Thank you, Silvers. Yeah, the part time is based on the top 5 finishers. And I do believe we have Humbug in Discord with us. Humbug, GG's, very nicely done.
GG's.
Thank you. GG's.
So you want to know where that hook shot was?
Yeah, I found out. There were people telling me that it would have been
you were right there.
Yeah, I was right there apparently. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's so stressful to just know that I have to. Well, if I don't find the hook shot in Turtle Rock, I have to bounce in front of a lot of people, and I get nervous. So I really try to find the hook shot. Also, I didn't want to do Hera Basement, so I figured it made sense, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We've called out both of those points. He was like, oh, maybe he's just trying to get the hook shot for Hera, so he doesn't have to sit in checkerboard or the tile room
In tile room.
downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's like my public reason, but deep inside, I was very scared. That's why I was looking for the hookshot
Yeah,
still.
I mean, honestly, actually that might have been the biggest time, that and checking Mimic Cave, because
Yep.
this is a few extra. You didn't really lose time on the Moldor bounce itself, I don't think. Just some of the extra checks you had to do.
Yeah, it went well. Like in this kind of setting where I'm just like wanting a good time. Like overall, I think that looking for the hookshot is fine.
Yeah,
I would
absolutely.
be more apprehensive about doing it if I'm facing someone that I believe is faster than I am. Then I will probably gamble a bit more.
Or know that they can do a hover or a
for sure.
bounce. Yeah, if you know
For sure,
they're-
but the thing is, and this is very strange. I like, to me, my ice rod was not my go mode. My go mode was tempered sword.
Okay.
Because Moldor bouncing with master sword sucks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The thing is that the spin has such a it has such a short reach that you have to be very close to Moldorm, so the RNG is just way harsher if you're on Master Sword.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that. I believe it's like a pixel added for each sword, and you notice it for between fighter and master in Swamp Palace. But like, yeah, for I've never done the Moldorm bounce. I didn't realize that pixel made the difference, and yeah, nice.
That happened. That occurred to me in a recent tournament race that I had against someone that shall not be named. That like we both went to the top of. Well, we both went there without the hookshot, but I couldn't bounce because I only had the master swords. I had to pay it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting bit of inside information there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fear Agent's go mode was the Bombo, so he found the hookshot. So what made you, when you got into Dark World and you did the pyramid check and then into Catfish, what made you do that?
Because I had skipped Zora. That's why. Okay. I felt like people would leave, like probably do Zora after Sashala. Like I think there would be a lot of people that would do that, and then have money for Zora later. So that was just a safe play by me. That's all it was.
Is that more of a I'm going to do this because it's a qual play, or would you have done it if?
Probably not. It's probably a qualifier play. I try to be safe, but after that, the items just kept rolling in.
Yeah, they did.
And that's when I started skipping stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like Meyer cutscene and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think Fear Agent would have go mode in Meyer, and we missed his restream went down for a bit, so we missed part of that. So, I don't know what was in there, but clearly nothing that you needed. I guess it could have been the lamp. We never did find that.
Yeah, we never found the lamp.
I'm calling Swamp Palace for the lamp.
How about I'm calling Pyramid Fairy. Maybe Fear did Pyramid Fairy though.
Yeah, maybe.
We think so. Yeah. But his stream was off for like that 10-minute period where we believe he was doing Turtle Rock and then Pyramid Fairy, Pyramid Ledge, because he didn't do Pyramid Ledge. And then he went up to Zora afterwards for go mode. Yeah,
we got him back, I think, as he was doing Catfish. So. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think there was enough time for him to do a big dungeon dip, maybe into Eastern, but definitely not into Swamp, which is, I think would be, it wouldn't surprise me if some people got sucked in there with that hookshot showing up and, looking for bombos, and it's like 6 checks versus the 1 at Zora, or 2 if you count Catfish, but when you have 120 people at a qualifier, you're going to find somebody doing everything at some point. So.
Absolutely. Even Zora early, right?
Well, I don't know if we'll see that many Zora. like wow, the money situation was just so bad early.
That was harsh.
It was bad early, and then it got really good really quickly because there was well, at least for you, because there was the 300 in Saha, there was the 300 on Pyramid Ledge that you got early. So
And then I bought a blue potion, and I accidentally used it instead of the flute. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Which made... can we please, like, just forget about the cold stare fight?
Oh, but you were giving me some heart palps back there.
Yeah, that was. We both had kind of scary cold stare fights. But yeah.
That's one way to get the blood flowing. I can tell you that. Jesus, that was more stressful than the Moldor battles for sure. Oh.
Yeah, you know, these only getting one bottle and no half magic in the pool. I think that is a much harder thing than like last year's hard item pool. I used to say it was the hard thing was just not having the blue mail available, and everything else I didn't find that hard. But then this year, adding that no half magic in there and no bottle, you know, only the one bottle, which I frankly I think is only there for Sick Kid. I don't think it's even there for you guys to have a bottle. Just, you know, whole nother level. You know, when you get, you know, cold stare and not being able to get use that magic refill for a fire rod fight.
If we can get better fairy rewards, that would be cool though. A bee isn't very fun.
That bee was not useful.
It was not.
All right, so that's your third qualifier, and it looks like your score's been pretty good. How are you feeling going forward?
I don't know. It's been sort of a mess this far. This was my third qualifier, and the past two I have I've done qualifiers that has been fairly long. The first one was 133, the one that Lynn won, and the second one Eri won at a 125 or something.
No, so you dodged the ped seed from last Friday.
I dodged the ped seed. I wouldn't call it dodging. I dodged the first one though. That's the one that I dodged. but I have been last locating a bit. It's a habit of mine that I have. However, that was not the case this time, which I'm happy with. So it's been going okay. Yeah.
Always nice when you find things.
Right. In a randomizer, no more, no less, right? Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, fearagent in the Aga 2 fight.
Pretty sure, was that no blue balls?
That was no
Pretty
blue
quickly.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I think you both got like a 3, or maybe yeah. I think both of you got a 3 round on that, which you know you always take.
Yeah, the Aga fight was friendly enough, and then I missed the one-on-one on Ganon. I felt that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The end of your Ganon fight though was really nice.
Yeah.
At the unneeded torch collision, still managed to just get the free hit, and then didn't have to relight the torches, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Fearagent here, getting the one-on-one. So we're gonna see, I think, slightly different movement patterns, but I think the teleports are the same, right? I always forget.
They should be.
They should be the same, yeah.
Should be the same, yes.
Yeah.
Get silvers by one true weakness. I keep saying to the developers, we need some better quotes for this part when you don't have silvers.
I like some of the lines they've added to different modes for when it's either not possible.
When the silvers aren't available, I like that we have a nice variety. Oh, almost got the triple. And there goes Ganon. Fear?
Oh, fear.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He just walked straight up a little bit too early. I've seen people do that when they're trying to dash.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was trying to dash there. I think he just walked too early. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
There's this little 1 line of pixels that if you're standing on it, you can still move around while the fanfare is playing.
Mm.
And until you take your hand off the D-pad, you can just freely move.
Okay, well now we're gonna get different warp patterns for sure, because that's how this works. Fortunately, he has plenty of health and plenty of magic. You just be able to finish this off.
Ooh, good bat dodges.
Yeah, very nice first part of Ganon. And now, okay, no, he stopped warping. Oh boy.
Oh
Ganon?
dear.
Ganon, please. Okay, here we go.
Chat asking where the hookshot was. Hammer pegs again. Okay.
Yeah, for those of you that weren't sick of that location.
Okay, fear is probably not going to hold up. There we go.
Okay, now he's just gonna wait a little bit extra time. And we'll finish up with an official race time of 1:30:43. GG's to Fear Agent.
Jeez.
I do hear that he is going to come into the interview. We'll get to talk to him. I mostly I want to ask him about the 10 minutes we didn't see. And see what exactly he did. But yeah, GG's to Fear Agent. And let's see, what was his finish place? He finished in 20th place. Still pretty good, and still should get a pretty decent score out of this, but we'll have to see. And we do have Fear Agent joining us. Fear, GG's.
Hey, thanks.
Before we get to the Ganon fight, there was a 10-minute stretch where we lost you. We're kind of curious. Somewhere around Turtle Rock up to we got you back right as you were doing Catfish. And we're curious what all you did during that stretch.
I full cleared Turtle Rock, and then I did Spike Cave.
Oh, Spike Cave, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had Pyramid, Catfish, Zora, or 3 Pendant Dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
So I did Pyramid, Catfish, and then got my Go Mode and Zora.
Okay, yeah, we kind of thought.
I called it.
Yeah, it didn't feel like you had enough time to dip a pendant dungeon in that stretch, so yeah, it made sense that that's what you did. Yeah, so you got the hook shot. Humbugh didn't. I don't know. What would you have if you'd already had that bombos? What would your play have been in terms of the hook shot?
Oh, I don't need the hook shot.
Okay. Hover?
Yeah, I'll just hover.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am sure it was nice to have it, but I know we're gonna have some people that are not gonna be happy with this one. I mean, I'm calling it a hover seat because that hammer pegs is kind of out of the way. If you get the ice rod.
Is it though? Is it really? I don't know.
It's
I mean,
not really.
It really depends.
It's not really.
It depends.
I mean,
I think it depends on
Bombos
like
is out
Humbugh.
of the way.
Yeah,
Bombos.
Yeah, I think it depends on that bombos more than anything else. Like Humbugh had the bombos when he got the ice rod.
But the thing
He
is that,
still
like,
missed
let's say that I don't want to bounce or hover or whatever. I'm not gonna stop when I
Right,
find the
you're
ice
probably
rod.
gonna get that.
I'm gonna continue. I'm still one item from Como.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So yeah, I'll probably not dip swamp. I don't think, but I will continue through Smith's chain and find it. So had it been on left side swamp, then
yeah, okay, that's a good point.
then it would have been something else. But now it was in the overworld, close to items that you still had to get. So I think it was fine. In that regard.
And I think a lot of runners would have done it earlier than the both of you did, because you both were going into Village Outcast kind of late. But at the same time, I think there are some other people who would have taken those mitts with the mirror and the flute that they also already had, and maybe have done Village of Outcast Blacksmith Chain earlier.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But yeah, so you managed to get the hook shot out of it, which is nice.
I
but
wasn't
yeah,
looking for the hook shot.
no, you were looking for. Oh no, you were looking for bombos.
I was looking for bombos.
Yeah, we were talking. You're like, they're probably actively not looking for the hook shot. They don't.
Yeah,
want
I
to be
mean,
at
well,
this
that's
point.
yeah. Well, I'm of the opinion that if you can hover or mold-on bounce super consistently, you'd want that hook shot to be buried deep. And if obviously if you can't do one of those things, then you want to be able to find it. And in your case, fearagent, you'd already done Hera, so one of the reasons why Humbug would have liked to have found it was to not have to get the big key out of Hera.
That's one of the reasons why I did Hera as well. Is I thought maybe the hook shot could be somewhere bad, so just do it now.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, okay. So now the elephant in the room. What happened at the end of the Ganon fight?
Finger slipped.
Oh no!
My finger just slipped. I put my controller. I tried to put my controller, or like rest it, and pull up the race time,
and then whoops,
slipped on the button and lost 5 spots. So
that makes a lot of sense. Just because some people will do the dash into the bridge, and that's usually where you see the fall, and it did not look like
swaggers.
That's what you're trying to do. Yeah.
I walked to the edge because that's what you do. Wait for the bridge, and my finger slipped. So, Yep.
Yeah, so I mean it's unfortunate. Lost a couple minutes to that in the qualifier, but I don't think it's going to keep you out of the tournament.
You had 20 pretty good scores already. Still, yeah, so still up there, perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm actually playing in the tournament yet or not, but
yeah, I mean, okay, and doing quals, and you see if you make it, where you make it, and then make a decision at that point.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm actually not really worried about qualifying. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about playing this game. So, I don't know. This game is super frustrating. It's just really frustrating game.
For sure. I don't play in tournaments at all, so because I find 1v1, no chat, too stressful. I can't say I blame you if that's the decision you make, but there's going to be a lot of good players in there, so.
I don't know. I don't want to complain too much, but it's just frustrating.
But yeah. Okay. Anything else anyone wants to add before we close this out?
Thanks for the restream and comms and tracking and putting up the show. It was fun. It's fun to be on restream once in a while. So I enjoyed it. And GG Fear.
Yeah, GG's dude. You always want to race me on restream. If anyone's out there and you get paired up against fearagent on restream, you're guaranteed to finish top 3 for sure.
Oh, you have that kind of influence.
Yeah, for sure. You race me on the ladder too. You're gonna be the first in the pod to finish. So,
hey fearagent, what are you doing tomorrow?
I don't ever play you on ladder, so apparently I need to sign up for more races than you sign up for. All right.
Yeah, very cool.
Yep. Thank you, runners. GG's to both of you. If you're not already following these guys, looks like our tracker, Thoris, has gone ahead and put the links in chat. So go ahead and click those and follow them. Our next qualifier will be tomorrow night at 11 o'clock, the Pacific time zone special, actually 11:10 for the restream start. So yeah, like I said, the Pacific time zone special. Maybe those in Australia who want to do morning races should be another good one. And then the one after that is Friday at 9 o'clock p.m. So definitely keep an eye out for those. Don't know what channels will be on yet, but definitely want to catch them. I want to thank everybody, Slumberjack, for joining me. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And of course, always like to give our huge shout outs to our trackers. In this case, Thoris, clicking those buttons behind the scenes, doing all the hard work. We can do this without commentators. We cannot do this without trackers. They are the MVPs of all these tournaments. And so huge shout outs to Thoris. Also want to thank our runners once more, fearagent and humbugh. Yeah, as humbugh talked about, it can be stressful to be the one on restream, and it's really cool that we got the #1 finisher. I think this is the first one we actually got that, so that was really cool. And of course, fearagent, really good runner as well, and also did a really nice job on this seed. So definitely huge shout outs to them. But yeah, that'll be it for us, and we'll see you at the next one.
Farewell, all.